Good evening, everyone. My name's Steve. I have a blog at christiananarchist.com, which I've neglected for a while, but I will this year start writing more there. Since no one reads blogs, I'm just doing a weekly, rundown of things I find funny or interesting, and it's therapeutic for me, so I'm continuing to do it. I don't know why you subscribe to this channel, but this is what you're getting. Anyways, I have a quick stream. I had a busy day. We actually just got back from Universal Studios. I live like 20 minutes from there or whatever, and rode a quick roller coaster, grabbed some dinner, head back. So I don't have a lot prepared, but still wanted to squeeze this stream in just because there's some goofy stuff going on this week, and I want to cover it. So first, let me grab my tinfoil hat, but I don't believe this story at all. Let me make sure my stream's good. Yep. White House claims meetings between SBF, Sam Bankman-Fried, and senior Biden officials were about the pandemic. Okay. I'm sure it had nothing to do with the millions of dollars he gave politicians, both Democrat and Republican, but mostly Democrat. And this guy belongs behind bars, so I have no clue. I mean, this story doesn't even make any sense while they're asking him about the pandemic. I mean, give me a break. Like, he's some sort of expert. This is so stupid, it's not even funny, but some moron journalist wrote this to run cover for the Biden administration. So stupid. All right, anyways, next. I can't go a week without poking fun of Biden. I'm sorry, I just can't do it. But every time these clips surface up, I have to laugh at it. I'm sorry. So, I actually have two of them, I believe. Let's see what he said this week.
Well, President Harris led this effort.
Look how she's looking at him. He called her President Harris. Nah, Steve, that's not a big deal. It's vice president. He just forgot the vice. But he doesn't even know he's president. So it's entirely possible he thinks that she's president.
Well, President Harris led this effort.
All right, anyways. Let's go to the next one. This one's worse. This is some words of wisdom from our commander-in-chief.
I've traveled over 140 countries around the world. I'll paraphrase the phrase in my own neighborhood. The rest of the countries, the world's not a patch on our genes. If we do what we want to do, we need to do.
I was with him until the last part.
I've traveled over 140 countries around the world. I'll paraphrase the phrase in my own neighborhood. The rest of the countries, the world's not a patch on our genes. If we do what we want to do, we need to do.
If we do what we want to do, we need to do. The rest of the world is not a patch in our genes if we want to do what we need to do. Hopefully he wasn't reading that part of his speech. And I guess that was an old neighborhood quote he had going on. Kind of reminds me of the George Bush, fool me once, shame on... The point is just don't fool me, or whatever he said. I should have pulled that clip because it's classic. But these are routine with Biden. Every week he has something like this where you're just like, what is he talking about? It is the most insane thing ever that this guy is president. Oh, anyways. All right, what else we got? Oh, this was just a quick headline. In Germany, you must be fully vaxxed before your voluntary end-of-life situation. I don't know what's going on in Germany, but they're like, listen, Pfizer needs their money, okay? One way or another, if you want to do this, we need to give you that COVID shot. Insane. All right. Everyone's heard of this past week. We've been talking about football player Damar Hamlin, who suffered a pretty catastrophic injury on the field for the whole world to see, or at least everyone watching Monday Night Football. I actually wasn't watching it live. I normally kind of have it on in the background here and there. I think it may have been, it was Monday night, wasn't it? But yeah, so a lot of people were drawing comparisons to, or at least what they thought caused the injury. And listen, let's see what the Washington Post and some of these other sites have to say about it. First off, you get goofy articles like this once football's in the news. Yes, race matters when we talk about NFL injuries. You're like, what? I didn't even bother clicking this article because it's probably so stupid it's not even funny. I don't even know how you can draw a correlation there. I mean, anyways. And then you get this goofy thing. Damar Hamlin's collapse highlights the violence black men experience in football. You're like, what does this have to do with black men? I mean, I guess you're saying more black men than other races play football, therefore they experience violence. I mean, everyone knows football's a violent sport. What kind of stupid article is this? The terrifyingly ordinary nature of football's violence disproportionately affects black men. Yeah, because more black people play football. What is this? I can't take it. I can't take it. Everything is about race with these people. Everything. They can't. Everywhere they look, it's something about race. Well, thankfully, there's at least one sane person out there of note. A former NFL player and coach, Tony Dungy, commented on this tweet and said, as a black man and former NFL player, I can say this article is absolutely ridiculous. It's like, thank you. And look, I grabbed this screenshot, I don't know, earlier today or something, but just look at the likes and retweets. He has almost 10,000 likes, and the actual article has less than 300. You know, so thankfully, it appears that there's more sane people than otherwise, at least on Twitter, which, you know, is not always the case, but yeah. So anyways, that was refreshing to see because this headline, and of course I didn't read this dumb article either, but yeah, it is absolutely ridiculous. And Tony Dungy's absolutely right. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out. Okay, so this is a thumbnail. I had to play this because I didn't even know what to say when I first saw this video. And then instead of making my own thumbnail, I tried to find a quick image search of this song. Couldn't find it. But when I did that, I typed in Jimmy Fallon, blah, blah, blah. I came across this article and I didn't even read it, but I'm going to go through it because the headline is hilarious. All right. First, watch this video. Apparently, he actually did this.
There was Alpha, then Delta, then Omicron next. But this latest variant might be the best. It's XBB.1.5.
Now, so first off, it seems like we've been on Omicron forever, for like over a year, which, you know, in the height of this pandemic, they were spouting off new variants all the time. And it seems like a few stuck around, you know, you had Delta and this, that, and the other thing. Well, I recently saw an article talking about there's a variant called the Kraken. I can't even believe that is a real thing. They actually came up with that name. Trying to think of the most terrifying name of these, you know, variants as possible. And apparently this is the first time I heard about this, but XBB.1.5, I don't know who named that, but let's continue this. It's crazy.
Another brand of COVID-19 has arrived. It's a new strain, but it isn't the same. Sounds more like Elon Musk's name. It's XBB.
Wait, it sounds like Elon Musk's name? Is that what he said? I don't know.
1.5, not UB40 who sings red, red wine. Put on your mask when you're inside a facility. It could be
No.
a robot from a Star Wars trilogy. It's XBB.1.5, not OMG or MP3 or TCBY, or an iChart made by a really high guy. Sounds like the password of your parents' Wi-Fi. It's XBB.1.5, XBB.1.5.
I can't even believe that's real. What is he trying to accomplish here? Oh, they said Elon's kid's name. Oh, okay. All right. I guess that's kind of humorous. I don't know. I don't know much about Elon's kids, but so I thought we were supposed to be deadly afraid of these viruses and because they're killing people and this sort of thing. So I don't really understand why. I mean, even if you had this worldview that he has, where wear your mask indoors at all times and be afraid of the virus, and you're sitting there singing, promoting a new strain of the virus that is more virulent, however you say that, more contagious, right? Why would you make a video sitting there dancing and singing along to it like it's a happy poppy kind of song or thing that we have to deal with? The whole thing is just so cringy and goofy. I can't even believe it. Oh, kid's name was XAEA12. Is that real? Is Elon's kids really named something goofy like that? All right, I guess that's funnier than I realized. But yeah, no, this whole thing is goofy. But let's check out this article. So, real quick, I didn't even read it yet, but I have there. Conspiracy theorists attack Jimmy Fallon's XBB.1.5 COVID-19 song. Conspiracy theorists. On January 5th, oh yeah, so that was just 3 days ago, Jimmy Fallon did a song and dance, but many conspiracy theorists and anti-vaxxers didn't exactly make a little romance. What? Make a little romance? No, in fact, one Twitter account, they're picking one Twitter account, says Jimmy Fallon singing about how it's the best COVID variant yet. This is 5th generation warfare. You are under attack. Because Fallon is who you'd say to, I don't know. What are they talking about? So they have a clip of the video. Let's see. What's their point? What's the conspiracy theory? Okay. It's the best. Yeah, that is weird, him saying it's the best strain ever. That is very strange. It's a new-ish Omicron subvariant. It's the most transmissible of all versions. Okay. So why is he a conspiracy theorist? I should have read this ahead of time. I don't know why they're picking on this person I never heard of, Sco Matthew. They keep picking on this guy. I don't know. They're just picking random people on Twitter. All right, I don't know. I thought this would be more fun to read through, but this is a dumb article. These articles are so stupid. Anyways, all right. So, speaking of Twitter, they're really trying to demonize Twitter. Boy, they don't like Elon Musk. I mean, even in that last song, he's making fun of Elon Musk's kid's name or whatever. And look at what the news media does in unison across this country. Watch this.
In the Twitterverse, be extra cautious while looking for health information in the Twitterverse.
Be extra cautious while looking for health information in the Twitterverse.
Be extra cautious while looking for health information in the Twitterverse.
Be extra cautious while looking for health information on the Twitterverse.
First off, who calls it the Twitterverse? Besides 60-year-old news anchors reading a script. I've never in my life said Twitterverse besides 5 seconds ago. And when they're all saying the same exact thing and saying Twitterverse explicitly, it means they were handed a script and said, this is what you're going to read for the news.
Be extra cautious while looking for health information on the Twitterverse.
Be extra cautious while looking for health information in the Twitterverse.
Be extra cautious while looking for health information on Twitter.
Be extra cautious while looking at health information on Twitter.
Be extra cautious while looking
Crazy,
for health
right?
information on Twitter. Be extra cautious while looking for health information on Twitter.
Be extra cautious while you're looking for health information on Twitter.
Be extra cautious while looking for health information on Twitter.
Isn't that crazy? And I'm sure this is a small sampling because this goes out to all these news stations. That's why I don't watch the news. In fact, I get my news from Twitter. Be extra cautious. Yeah, you should be cautious about everything you read online. You know, I'll see stuff and I can't even tell if it's parody or actually real people expressing their opinion. That's how goofy this world has gotten. So yeah, you should be cautious when you're online. You should be cautious when you're reading CNN. You should be cautious when you're reading Fox News. They're all out there promoting propaganda from the government and all sorts of half-truths at best, if not straight out lying to you. So yeah, be cautious. And it's not just Twitter, but they're picking on Twitter because Twitter's exposing the corrupt mesh between government and private entities that was occurring before he owned it. They don't have control over it like they used to. I mean, they had at least 80 FBI agents just going through tweets to try to report to Twitter and have them take the tweet down or suspend the account or shadow ban them or whatever. I mean, the whole thing is dead nuts. So this is their attempt at retaliating, I guess, against Twitter. Coincidentally, I actually look at Twitter more often now than I used to. So I don't know, whatever, like I said, I do get a lot of news from there. I'll see video clips of what's going on in Brazil right now. I've seen video clips of what's going on in Mexico with apparently a war going on essentially between the cartel and the military in Mexico. I mean, it's nuts. And these are things you're not going to find on if you just watch the news. But yeah, no, them all saying this stuff in unison is ridiculous. Be extra cautious when you're watching Action 4 News. All right, last thing. I wanted to do this just as an experiment. I am going to open up CNN, just straight up went to their website, and I want to do a little test, and I'm going to go to MSNBC, and I'm going to go to Fox News, just to do an experiment. I'm going to hit Control F, and I'm going to search for Trump, and see how many things come up. Okay, it only mentions Trump once on CNN. That's kind of surprising. And it says McCarthy's fiasco was a blow to Trump. Okay, whatever. MSNBC, Trump 3 times. Okay. All right, they're getting better. I did this like a week ago, and I'm not kidding you. It was like double digits for Trump on their homepage. So let's see what they're saying about Trump. McCarthy speaker chaos shows long tail of Trump's political sabotage. Why Trump's latest attack on Ruby Freeman could be costly. Michigan AG Nessel reopens case into Trump fake electors in state. All right, anyways. So that's 3 for Trump, and let's see what Fox News has. Trump, okay, mentions him once. And it's about the bump stock ban, which is Trump's ridiculous bump stock ban. Now let's do the same thing for Biden. Biden's twice on CNN's page. MSNBC is 4. Okay. All right. It's at least more than Trump. And 15 times on Fox News. This is normally how it was with CNN and MSNBC. So I think news is a little slow in the Trump world. But it was the exact opposite of this a week ago, I promise you. But I wanted to see it in real time just to see how that works. But look at that. 15 times they mentioned Biden on Fox News. That is so funny. Why his security plan won't work. And I guess it makes sense, right? They're all adversarial towards their, respective party. So it makes sense that they're going to say Biden visited the border and this, that, and the other thing and how he's failing. Wow, look at that. That is a lot. So in any case, all right, I think that's all I got. Like I said, it was just a quick episode today. I had more to say about this whole Damar Hamlin thing, but maybe I'll just mention it real quick. But basically, a lot of people were immediately saying this was because of the vaccine. And, there's no way to know that for sure just by watching it on the field. However, some people were insinuating it, saying, hey, that could be it. And then you had other folks saying these people are evil for even mentioning that. And you're like, if you have an open mind, and this isn't an isolated incident. I mean, it kind of is in the world of football, but I've seen soccer players. In fact, I just saw another basketball player falling down on the court. I mean, this is happening all over the place, and there sure seems to be something going on. And you're not a bad person just for asking the question, like, hey, I wonder if it's really... I mean, don't we want to know what it is? Who wants to have their kid go running around on a field or playing football if this kind of thing can just happen? So if we had an actual, honest, open-minded journalist or scientist asking these questions, we can try to get to the bottom of it. But the truth is, if the vaccine had anything to do with this, and I'm not saying it did, but if it did, that would have devastating consequences to their narrative, right? So they got to call you a terrible person for even suggesting the possibility that this could have anything to do with the shot that they were essentially forced into taking. And I don't know if this guy got it or not, but I'll just say that I've never seen, and I used to watch a lot of football, not so much anymore, watched a little bit today. I've never seen this happen, right? And a lot of people are saying, oh, this is the commotio carditis, or I don't know what they called it, but basically a thing where normally if like a baseball or a hockey puck or something smaller kind of hits you in the chest at the right or the wrong time, I guess, in your heart, it can do something with the flap or this kind of thing. But it's very uncommon from what I can tell in football because they're wearing pads which would distribute that hit, so it's not all hitting in one spot. And this wasn't like the most vicious hit I've seen in football. I mean, it looked like a normal, fairly routine tackle. So this didn't look to be what they were saying it probably was. So, hey, listen, the jury's out on that. But listen, I just hope this guy's doing well. It sounds like he's posting on social media, and I hope he continues to recover. Probably never going to play football again, but hopefully he makes it through that. In any case, that's all I got for tonight. Quick stream. I'll be better prepared for this next week. Hope you guys have a great week, and take care.